This conference will now be recorded.
Hello students, I'm Dr. Divya from TeenEinstein. So now we are in chapter 16, environmental issues. In this chapter, we'll be learning about air pollutants and air pollution, water pollution, then solid waste, then radioactive waste, then what is greenhouse effect, then ozone depletion. All these things we are going to discuss. Mainly we are going to discuss about environmental issues. In common, we are discussing about this part. What and all issues in this earth, what and all environmental issues we are facing, or what, like we know that human population size that is increasing day by day, it is increasing. And when human population is increasing, human demand for everything including food, water, then automobiles, everything is increasing, right? You can see that before 10 years how was this, what was the condition, and now what and all new things came to our life, right? So you can see the changes of life, or the lifestyle, it is changing, that is changing continuously. So for that we are demanding more and more food and water, then for accommodation, then for job, for everything we are demanding, or that demand is increasing. So because of all these things, pollution that is also increasing. When number of human being that is increasing, not only human being, whichever organism also, when whatever organism is increasing, that number is increasing tremendously, then there we can see side by side there is a pollution also, right? So the things what are creating that pollution, that is called as pollutant, right? Then we learned about air pollution, how air is getting polluted and how we can separate that pollutants up to a certain limit. We can purify, right? We can purify air. So how we can separate that pollutants from this air to avoid pollution, that we had discussed. Then a case study of Delhi case study, that also we had discussed, how what and all control measures they took to control the air pollution, or to reduce the percentage of air pollution. Then we learned about water pollution and control of water pollution. There we learned about domestic sewage and industrial effluents, which is a major content of this water pollution, and how to separate all those things, everything we had discussed. Then we learned about biological oxygen demand, and with that it is possible to estimate the amount of biodegradable organic matter in sewage water, how, by measuring the biological oxygen demand. And we have seen in polluted water, we can see algal bloom, a specific type of algae which will be flourishing in such kind of polluted water bodies. So, for example, we can say Eichhornia crassipes, that is an algae which is growing in the polluted water. That is called as terror of Bengal, and they grow abundantly in the eutrophic water bodies, and that will make an imbalance in the ecosystem of that water body, right? Then wastewater treatment, we learned about wastewater treatment also. So how this wastewater is getting treated and how step by step they are removing the pollutant or the content which is creating that water pollution, how they are removing that pollutant. So next, after this, we were learning about air pollution, water pollution, and next we are going to learn about solid waste. Okay, solid waste. See, whatever is going into trash, that is called, almost everything that is called as solid waste. See, we can see waste from where and all this waste will get generated, from our house itself, we know that. See, all waste from office, then from school, hospital, all kind of stores, from everywhere this kind of waste it is getting generated. And municipality, you know that municipality will be collecting that and they will be disposing that, right? So mainly this waste that is having from our home, in our waste basket, if we are checking what and all will be there, plastic, then metals will be there, paper, food, the clothes, then rubber, everything, such kind of waste, leather, all kind of waste we can see, right, in our waste basket. But from government, they have given strict order that we need to separate and keep food waste, we need to separate, and plastic. So it's like biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. Both we need to separate and keep. So how many people, how many of you people are doing that? So main thing, the waste disposal, main thing what we need to follow is we need to separate that and throw the or discard the waste. So definitely we know that 90% of the people, they'll never follow these rules, right? Only 10% will follow this rule. See, how many of you can say that always, whenever you are taking a milk packet, you are separating that and keeping in plastic. After using that milk, if you are throwing that milk packet, how many of you will follow that? We'll put that same plastic cover in the same basket. Means with food wastage, you will put this plastic cover also. So that should not be done. At least hereafter, you should not be done. Then, so you should not mix up. Okay, biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. Next, burning. That burning that will reduce the volume of the waste. Then sanitary landfills. That sanitary landfills, they were adopted as the substitute for open burning dumps. Okay. So after compaction, this in sanitary landfill, this kind of waste will be dumped in a trench. Okay. And that will be covered with dirt. Every day that will be covered. See how we can solve all this kind of pollution. See, definitely human beings should become more sensitive to all these issues. Then only we can solve this issue. Okay. Human beings should be conscious about this issue because in future they are going to face the after effects of all these things. So, or whichever waste is generated, that is categorized into three main groups, that is biodegradable, then second type is recyclable, then non-biodegradable. So I said biodegradable, recyclable, then the non-biodegradable waste. So waste, they are categorized into three types: biodegradable, recyclable, and non-biodegradable. So we all, whatever garbage is collected, that should be sorted. Got it? See, whichever waste from among these waste, whichever we can reuse, or after recycling we can use, that should be separated out first. Okay. So you know that this rat pickers and all, they will do this separation kind of job. You know, some people will be doing that separation from this garbage. They'll be separating the items. See, so instead of that, while throwing the garbage, that time itself we are separating and discarding. That means it will be very helpful. Then biodegradable material that we can put into deep pits. In ground we can make pits, and biodegradable can be disposed in that. So that will undergo for natural breakdown. For natural breakdown, it will undergo the biodegradable waste. Then first what we should do, we need to reduce the generation. Reduce the generation of this garbage. Okay, that should be the goal. That should be the aim. Then only, see, instead of using this non-biodegradable products, we should reduce the usage of this non-biodegradable products. So, if you are choosing a biscuit packet, just imagine if you are selecting a biscuit packet from a shop, and you can see that how many layers or protective layers are there on that packet. At least you can see minimum one layer of plastic will be there. So our daily usage product, just like milk, whatever I said, even in that also you can see only this non-biodegradable packing. So in cities, fruits, vegetables, and daily use products like milk, then water, everything you can see in polybags, right? A plastic packaging you can see. So you should understand, you should learn that it is contributing, or it is contributing heavily to the environmental pollution. We are damaging our, or we are contributing more towards the pollution, right? So from government side, what they are trying to push for the reduction of usage of plastic and non-biodegradable things, and they are trying to bring out the eco-friendly packaging. So from our side also, we need to take an initiation. We need to carry natural fiber carry bags, or the carry bag, cloth carry bag to a shop. When we are going to a shop, when we are moving to a shop for purchasing something, even if you are going to purchase a cloth, if you are going to purchase what is that, grocery item, whatever may be, if you are taking one cloth bag or natural fiber carry bag, it will be helpful. That will reduce pollution, and we should refuse to use that polythene bags. Then from hospital also they will generate hazardous waste, and that will contain that disinfectants, and some harmful chemicals also will be present in that. Then pathogenic microorganism, you know that microorganisms also will be there in hospital waste. So that waste That waste should be treated carefully. So that disposal need more care. So for hospital wastage disposal, we need to take more care. Then next comes the electronic waste or e-waste. See, some computers or something which may not be able to repair, or there's some electronic items which we cannot repair. That electronic goods, they are called as electronic waste or e-waste. E-waste means electronic waste. So what they will do, they'll bury this kind of waste. So this waste, half of the e-waste which is generated, that will be exported, or that is exporting to the developing countries, and mainly we are exporting mainly to China, India and Pakistan, where this metal like copper, iron, silicon, nickel and gold are recovered during recycling process. Okay, so these electronic items that will be exported to these developing countries like India, Pakistan, China and all. For what purpose? In these electronic waste or e-waste, we can see that parts of that electronic waste, electronic items. In that you can see copper, iron, nickel, gold, silicon, all these metals can be seen. So this we can recover during that recycling process. Then you know that recycling is the one and only solution for the treatment of e-waste, and that recycling should be done in an eco-friendly manner also. Got it? Then next is case study of remedy for plastic waste. See, this is a case study for plastic waste, how we can utilize this plastic waste. So in Bangalore, a plastic sack manufacturer, he is managing all this plastic waste, and he found a solution. He found out a solution to solve this increasing plastic waste problem. So the accumulation of plastic waste, he found a solution for that accumulating plastic. His name is Ahmed Khan and is around 57 years old, and he has been producing plastic sack for 20 years. Okay, about it was around 8 years ago he came to know that this plastic waste is a real problem and it is contributing much towards the pollution. So he found what he did. Polyblend, that's a fine powder of recycled modified plastic, and this is developed by this Ahmed Khan's company, and this mixture, when it is mixed with bitumen, that is used to lay roads. Okay, so this work he did with the help of or in collaboration with RV College of Engineering, Bangalore. Okay, so Ahmed Khan, he proved that blends of this polyblend and bitumen, they were used to lay roads, and that enhanced that bitumen's water repellent property. Okay, so that bitumen, when it is getting combined with polyblend, that is increasing the water repellent capacity or water repellent property, and that is increasing the life of that road. Okay, so the raw material for creating this polyblend, that is any plastic film, that is the raw material for creating this polyblend. So this plastic waste, how he is getting? He is getting 0.40 rupees per kg. Okay, rupees 0.40 per kg. So that rat pickers, they were getting this amount for that plastic waste, and now Ahmad Khan is offering 6 rupees for the same plastic waste, and using this technique, this Khan's technique, in 2002, around that period, more than 40 kilometers of road in Bangalore that has already been laid. This water repellent property, by using this water repellent property. So you can imagine, by using this Khan's technique, they'll be doing almost all roads, and this plastic demand, and we will feel the shortage of the plastic waste because it is highly demanded now for what purpose? For road laying purpose. So in Bangalore, to produce that poly blend, they will find out shortage of this plastic waste. So there is a method for recycling of this plastic also. So the poly blend innovation, that is really, we need to say thanks to Ahmad Khan, because he is doing such a great work, because through this work they can remove the plastic wastage, and that is utilized for a great purpose, right? The next is agrochemical and their effect. Agrochemicals and their effect. See, green revolution. We are behind that now, green revolution. So, inorganic fertilizers, then pesticides, all this usage, it is increased. For what purpose we are increasing this? For the usage of maximum crop production, for enhancing or for increasing the crop production, right? So for that we are using all this inorganic fertilizers, pesticides, and also pesticide we are utilizing to reduce the pest, and thereby they can increase the crop. Then, so for increasing the production per year, we are utilizing herbicides, or we are using herbicides, fungicides, and pesticides and all. So these pesticides and chemicals, they are not only reducing the pests or weeds and all, along with that they are killing useful microorganisms of soil. So indirectly that is affecting the useful microorganisms also. So by this one, from this we can make out how agrochemicals, the chemicals which are utilized in agriculture field, that is affecting the, or how what is the range of contribution towards pollution. So when we are using these agrochemicals for maximum yield or maximum productivity, at the same time we are killing the useful microorganism of the soil. Next, we need to learn about a case study of organic farming. See this organic farming. It's actually a zero wastage procedure. See in this, the wastage product from one process. After one process, one wastage product is coming, means that by utilizing that wastage product or that cycled wastage product, that is used as a nutrient for other process. So in that way, organic farming is conducted, and that nutrient which is used for the production, that increases the efficiency of production. So here in case study, you're going to learn about a farmer in Sonipat. In Sonipat, one farmer named Ramesh Chandra Dagar. He is doing beekeeping, then water harvesting, dairy management, composting and agriculture, all this in a chain of process. See in this, each work, it is supporting the other one also. So here there is no need to use the chemical fertilizers for crops, because here cattle dairy farmers, so from that cattle excreta you are getting, and that is used as a manure here. So Ramesh Chandra Dagar, he selected a chain of processes which are all like composting and agriculture, water management, then beekeeping, all these things. Okay, this is supporting one another. And the crop waste which is generated, with that what he used to do, he used to make compost. And this compost, that can be used as a natural fertilizer, or that can be utilized for generation of natural gas. And this natural gas is helping to satisfy the energy needs of that farm. Okay. So these kind of people, they'll be generating an effective generation of knowledge among people. They are spreading this information to help other farmers also. And this Ramesh Chandra Dagar, he created a Kisan Welfare Club in Haryana. Then in that, now you can see around 5,000 farmers are members in that Haryana Kisan Welfare Club. Okay. Next is about radioactive waste. We are talking about solid waste. So in that, radioactive waste. So in earlier period, we thought that this nuclear energy, it is not polluting. Okay. So with that, we plan to do or generate electricity. Then later, everyone realized that this use of this nuclear energy that is having two issues. The first one is accidental leakage and the second one is safe disposal of this radioactive waste. Okay. So at higher doses, this nuclear radiation is harmful. But that is also at lower doses. And that will create so many disorders. And the main thing is it will produce cancer or it will form cancer. So therefore the nuclear waste, that is a very potent polluter. And we need to take more care when we are dealing with that. See, the storage of this nuclear waste after that sufficient treatments and all, that should be done in a shielded container and that should be buried within rocks, and there should be around 500-meter depth also from the earth surface. It should be 500, it should have 500 meters depth, and from the public they are getting so many oppositions to disposal of this nuclear energy. Next is about greenhouse effect and global warming. So greenhouse effect and global warming. What is greenhouse effect and global warming? Greenhouse effect means something that occurs in a greenhouse. So hope all of you have seen this greenhouse because nowadays it is common and it is like a small glass house. Especially during winter season for growing plants, this has been used. So what is this greenhouse effect? Greenhouse effect means that's a natural process and this is responsible for heating of earth surface and heating of atmosphere. In greenhouse effect, you can see there is a phenomenon of heating that earth surface and atmosphere. See, without that greenhouse effect, sunlight energy that will reach the outermost atmosphere, and that cloud and gaseous effect, what it will do, that so in greenhouse effect, see energy of sunlight, if it is reaching the outermost atmosphere, here you can see, in this picture you can see, when energy of sun is reaching the outermost atmosphere, through which and all way it is entering, when it is reaching that cloud and gases that will reflect about 1/4 of the incoming solar radiation. And that will be absorbing some radiations. But you know, almost like half of that incoming solar radiation that will fall on Earth's surface and it will get heated. And very small proportion that is reflecting back. See here, when it is reaching, half is reflecting. Half of the solar radiation it is reaching and the Earth is getting heated up, right? Then a small proportion that is reflecting back. And from Earth's surface that is re-emitting this heat in which form? In the form of infrared radiation. So like atmospheric gases, the part of this infrared radiation that cannot re-emit. See, when this greenhouse gas that is leading, that is creating a heating effect in a considerable way, it is creating a heating effect, then that earth will also get warmed up, and that is called as global warming. So you know that in past century and all that earth temperature that has increased by 0.6 degrees centigrade. So how now we can control this global warming? We can include fossil fuel cut down for or like a control measures for global warming. Then second one is planting trees, and they will slow down that growth of human population. That also we can plant trees, and another one way is to slow down the human growth population. And international initiatives that is also taken up for reducing the emission of greenhouse So here when greenhouse, that level of greenhouse gas that is leading to heating of earth, and that leads to global warming. So in past century, that temperature of earth that is increased by 0.6 degrees centigrade. See, after so many years, we can see rise in sea level. Now itself, we can see when rainy season starts, all these issues are coming, and that sea level we can see, and many coastal areas we can see that will become a submerged space. Then, okay, our next topic is ozone depletion in the stratosphere. So that is not an easy topic. You need to learn about chlorofluorocarbon, CFC, and how it is moving. So that thing we need to discuss. So it's a vast topic, and how we can utilize how we can degrade this improper resource of the utilization. Then we need to learn about deforestation and all that we'll learn in the next class. Now we are starting also, we cannot complete that topic. So we'll learn that in the next class. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.